scratching a cow's back, making friends with crocodiles, and calling out government officials. Right, let's get started. Welcome to Wisdom of Africa, your weekly wisdom dosage. I am Karen, and in this video I'll break down the meaning of 5 proverbs from the Comoros, an archipelago of islands located in the Indian Ocean. It's made up of 4 main islands. Did you know that despite being an African nation, the closest neighboring country to the Comoros is France? Yeah, you had me right. Technically, Mayotte is not part of the nation of Comoros since it was purchased by the French in 1841. But when Comoros gained independence in 1975, the people of Mayotte voted to remain in France, the only island in the archipelago to do so. Nonetheless, the Comoros considers Mayotte to be part of its union. And it brings us to our first proverb from the Comoros that says, if you want to milk a cow, scratch her back. If you want someone to do you a favor, start by being nice. So before you go and make any requests or demands, you need to first build a relationship or show some kind of kindness. Let's say you need help from a coworker to complete a project. You could, start off by taking time to get to know your coworkers, asking about their interests, and showing interest in their work. It could make it easier for you to then ask for help and get the coworker on board with the project that you're trying to do. On the other hand, however, if you were to immediately ask for help without taking the time to build a relationship, it could come across as demanding or, you being entitled. And trust me, the coworker may be less likely to want to help you. And it brings us to our second proverb, which says, if you live in the river, you should make friends with the crocodile. The way this proverb is interpreted is that it's a reminder for you to be aware of your surroundings and to build relationships with those who have knowledge or power in a given situation. So for example, if you're new to a particular community, say you've just moved into a neighborhood or a workplace, it's important to make friends with those who have been there longer and who have the experience, as they can help guide you and provide you support when it's needed. So remember, if you live in the river, what do? You should make friends with the crocodile. And it brings us to our third proverb. A thread follows the path of the needle. Skilled artisans are able to create intricate and really beautiful designs using simple thread and needle. But they can only do this when they have a specific pattern for what they want to create. The same is true for life goals. If you have a clear goal, a very clear plan, to achieve it, you are more likely to succeed. For instance, imagine a young person who dreams of becoming a doctor. In order to achieve this goal, they need to have a clear plan and take specific steps to follow that plan. Firstly, they would need to complete their education, and then they would need to gain experience in the medical field, and then finally pass the necessary exams to become licensed. Just as a thread follows the path in the needle, success often requires a steady and persistent effort over time by taking specific steps towards any goals and remaining consistent in our efforts. And it brings us to our fourth proverb, which says, a whistle will not call a dog that has escaped from the leash. Rather than relying on hindsight or futile attempts to undo the damage when things get out of control, it is better to be proactive and take measures to avoid losses and regrets in the long run. I'll give you an example. Imagine somebody that's a restaurant owner. They neglect to take out insurance on their business, believing that they can save money by avoiding the cost of insurance premiums. Unfortunately, a fire breaks out in the kitchen and voila, the restaurant is damaged. Without insurance, the owner is left with no means to recoup their losses and the business goes bankrupt. In this example, the business owner failed to take responsibility for protecting their business, and as a result, they've suffered catastrophic losses that could not be undone or easily remedied. In contrast though, right, if the owner had taken out insurance and implemented fire safety measures, such as regular equipment maintenance, staff training, do you know what would happen? They would have reduced the risk of loss and potentially avoided the financial ruin caused by the fire. Thus, the proverb, a whistle will not call back a dog that has escaped from the leash. It serves as a cautionary reminder that prevention is better than cure, and that responsibility and accountability are crucial for avoiding loss or damage in all aspects of life. It brings us to our last proverb. Where there are riches, thieves abound. If the riches are large, the thieves are as big. Wherever there is wealth or resources, there will always be individuals or groups looking to exploit them. Corruption and embezzlement are rife on the African continent. Comoros scored a 19 out of 100 on the 2022 Corruptions Perception Index, which is used as a proxy for assessing the level of government corruption for each economy. In the same year, former Comoros President Ahmed Abdallah Sambi was sentenced to life in prison for selling passports to stateless people and embezzling millions of dollars. My friend, we have to maintain ethical and moral values to ensure the prosperity of our society as a whole. Individuals who abuse their power, engage in corrupt practices, are no better than thieves who seek to steal from them. Therefore, the proverb, where there are riches, thieves abound. If the riches are large, the thieves are as big. It serves as a warning against the risk of greed and corruption. As the saying goes, knowledge without wisdom, trust me, is like water in the sand. So if you like this video, you're going to love this one. Right here, you're going to love it.